When our marketing manager, Daniel Evans, joined GCS 2 years ago, he told me he felt there was a disconnect between the culture and values of GCS and our visual identity.
They didn't really match, there was no synergy between them. I didn't really feel like it actually matched up with the business that I was seeing every day.
When Daniel first approached me to say, I want to change the visual identity, starting with the logo, I was shocked.
I knew it would be a challenge to convince Chris to change the GCS visual identity.
I was reluctant to change the logo. I designed the GCS logo that we'd used for over 20 years on the back of a piece of card using a blue felt tip pen and was emotionally quite connected to it. Although the logo had changed and modifications were made over the years, it roughly stayed pretty much the same over that period of time. So when he asked me to change, I thought, well, I'll have a look at his suggestions, but we'd been through this process 2 or 3 times in our history and no one before had convinced me that it was right to change that logo. When he later suggested that we were going to use groups of design students from Reading University, I felt this would be a great thing to do for corporate social responsibility. I've been connected to Reading University for some years, but still remain very sceptical that he would actually come up with something that would persuade me to change.
I was really keen to work with the students at Reading University on the Real Jobs programme. Not only does it give the students great experience to work with a real company, but also gives us the opportunity to work with some of the latest talent coming into the design industry.
We think it's really important that our students get a genuine work experience as part of their BA programme. The way we do this is through Real Jobs.
It's such a great opportunity for us to be able to work with real clients. Yeah, it gives us a sense of what it's going to be like when we actually graduate and we even go into the real world.
The whole Real Job scheme, of course, depends on the clients who act as our partners, and it was great to have GCS on board this year. A great project, developing a logo, calls in a lot of skills, calls in a lot of need to present your ideas clearly. And we worked in a team-based way with GCS, with teams of students from whom the final design ideas could be selected.
The process leading to the change involved us working with 5 groups of students, all given the same brief to change the visual identity of GCS to be more representative of our values and our culture. We had 5 at the start, whittled it down to 3 and then 2. And then the choice between the final 2 was quite difficult. Both worked really hard to understand what we were trying to achieve, to take on board the suggestions that myself and Daniel made, but eventually one group shone through.
We actually sort of conducted our own research and asked people who weren't aware of GCS or the company what they thought the company was.
Just from looking at the logo.
There was a lot of sort of mechanics, I think.
Car companies.
It's a very metallic and bold logo. I think that was kind of
sort of reminiscent of like
the vibe.
We sort of all agreed that when sort of designing a logo for a recruitment company, it should sort of be very professional, modern, obviously,
friendly,
more approachable,
but still, you know, look corporate, but be a company that people want to approach.
The GCS identity when I joined was very black, dark and almost aggressive. I really felt that by just simply switching from a majority black brand to a white brand would give us a clean, fresh look and really make us feel a lot more approachable.
Once we understood the company and realised that it was very important to represent the different sectors inside the logo, we really just wanted to tie it all together.
We teach a research method and a working method to our students, so they have to explore the topic, find out about it, find out about their users and why they're designing something before they even start to put pen to paper.
We just came up with a load of logos which kind of incorporated little parts so that it could represent the different sectors of the company.
The final group of students who took the design through to completion were fantastic to work with. They treated us just like we were clients. They took on board all of our feedback and were so helpful to make tweaks and changes while we were with them. And then when we went back to revisit them, they'd worked really hard to understand exactly what we wanted.
The feedback we got from GCS was amazing. We couldn't have asked for better clients to work with.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed working with Nikki, Chelsea and Lucy. They treated us as real clients, as if they were their own design agency.
I think to have the amount of exposure they had to myself and Daniel as their customers at this stage and only their 2nd year at university, I think is fantastic for them.
They were professionals. They provided ideas, listened to our feedback, and when it came to the final stages, they pitched to us like a real client.
They now have a portfolio showing the design going through from initial ideas through to its final execution. And I think it will work really well for them to go along with their CVs when they're out there looking at the job market. They've got some real experience now before they even enter the job market.
We're really pleased with the final designs that have been selected. It's clean, it's modern, it's modular, and I think it's a really great result for GCS.
We're really quite proud about it as well, that a real company is going to be using our logo, and I've kind of been boasting a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
We launched the new visual identity at our vision meeting, which occurs every May, where we get the whole company together and present our year and the coming year and our targets and vision for that year. We decided to show everybody that there was going to be a big change to the way GCS looked in the marketplace, and I'm delighted to say that everyone was very pleased with the new look, and the amount of people that came up to me after the presentation with very, very positive thoughts was very encouraging.
It was really pleasing to have everybody on board with the direction that we were taking the business, but that was only a single element of the visual identity.
The concepts that Daniel has taken out of the logo and spread across all the other imagery in the company is superb.
We've got new brand guidelines, updated our values, and really looked at everything that we do as a business to take our brand forward.
I think it's a great logo for the next chapter in GCS's history.